See, now we should probably start the show. See, everything you heard before was probably a warm-up. I got thousands of songs we can do. I could be here till 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Don't give a fuck. Just like, you know, like crazy. So that real hip-hop is over.
But yeah, I don't even know what sparked this whole beef. I know Pusha T's been going at the Cash Money camp for a minute now. So maybe it's ongoing beef that we don't know about. Who knows?
Liquor got a lady, liquor got a baby looking shitty as a lady wife. Liquor got a baby, liquor got a lady looking shitty, yeah. Liquor got a baby, liquor got a lady looking shitty as a baby wife.
What is good? What is good? It's Esteban Xound. I'm back, bitches. We're out here in BC, Radium, BC, beautiful BC. I figured I'd bring a video while I'm out here. Motherfucking shout out to the one new subscriber that joined. Thank you so much. Shout out to the new subscriber. Appreciate the support. If you haven't yet, subscribe, please. Help support the channel. If you want, follow the social medias, Esteban Xound. Instagram, Esteban Xound, on Twitter, all the social medias. I'll put them in the link in the bio, and check out the website, soundmovement.com. Let's get into this fucking review. Clearly, Kanye's been on a streak recently. I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody hit him over the head and said, Kanye, just make music, don't do nothing else. Just, they put him in a vacuum and they give him a bunch of artists and said, hey, go make a bunch of albums. Kanye's been on a streak recently. He's been putting out hella albums, and this is one of the albums that he's been putting out. Pusha T's Daytona. So, I feel like having a conversation about this album. Honestly, my thoughts about this album, they're not all that polarizing or anything. This is kind of like with most Pusha T albums. They're just really fucking solid. And I think this is no exception to the rule. Pusha T, this new album, it's just really, really fucking solid. Like, I'll keep it as straightforward as possible. It's super fucking solid. The most layered part about this album is the production, which was handled by Kanye West, Mike Dean, throughout the whole album. And you can tell, like, the sound is super consistent. Not only is it super consistent, but it's like, it's yay beats that I haven't heard in a minute. Like, these are the type of yay beats that I want to hear, especially like sample beats. These are the new type of sample yay beats that I want to hear. From what I heard, that the album was recorded out in Utah or Nevada, and you can hear that in the production too. Like, it sounds like some Midwestern, like old Western shit. The environment definitely had, or probably had, an influence on that. The feel was consistent throughout the whole album. The biggest thing for me was the production. The production on this whole album is dope. And it's only 7 tracks too. 7 tracks of dope production. There's not really much where you can go wrong with that. When it comes to Pusha T himself, he's a seasoned veteran in the game. This is his 5th album. As far as content matter and a level of expectation, we know what to expect from Pusha T. He's gonna bring it lyrically, and we know that shit. So the expectation as far as lyrics, it didn't change. And I think he definitely held up on this album. So I'll give you guys my favorite tracks first, and then I'll give you my least favorite tracks. Basically, I got 3 favorite tracks, and then 2 tracks that I could do really with or without. The first track that I really fuck with is If You Know, You Know, the opener. I thought he opened up dope. The energy was live. The instrumental had high energy on it. The sample was dope. Opened up the track or the album like, hey, you know what? Hustlers are here. He goes through his dope boy references and even takes a couple shots at Drake. Waving out, rude boy, I'm looking at you, boy. You can never do what I do, boy. I thought that was dope. So the bars were dope. The instrumental was dope. And I thought he opened himself up like, hey, listen, I'm the hustler. I'm here. You know what this is about. This is another Pusha T album. We're here. You know what I mean? Hustlers are here. I really like Comeback Baby, another hustler track. Except this time he painted the whole picture as far as the hustler. Interstate traffic is alive and going through interstate traffic. Is he still in the caravan? A couple meal in the caravan. You know what I mean? Like, he painted the whole picture. And when Pusha T does that, I really like it. Oh shit. We got some kids playing in the back. Shit. I really like when Pusha T breaks it down like that, because then it's not that, you know what I mean, it's not boring. It's not just dope boy bars that are being thrown at you. It's like, it's fun, you know what I mean? When it's just straight bars of dope boy raps, it's like, I can kind of do with or without. But when he's breaking it down and painting the picture, that's when I really like the bars. The production on that track, can we just hold up for a second?
Hold up.
The production on that track was fucking dope. Shout outs to Kanye on that track. That track was fucking dope. No pun intended. The 808 was thumping on that motherfucker. The sample, Comeback Baby, was dope. I like that you just can't leave that hair on alone. Like the whole track itself was really done well. And then what would Meek do? Mostly because of the instrumental. The instrumental was bopping, and I thought the bars were tip top. Angel on my shoulder, what would we do? Devil on my shoulder, what would Meek do? Papa Willie, tell the judge Akinelli. Middle fingers at the ghost, scheming Machiavelli. Come with me. Kanye's like 7 pills night. Who know what that feel like? No more hiding the scars to show them like, see you right. Kanye was being open. Pusha T was coming at it with the bars, and the instrumental was dope. So I thought that was a dope back and forth. Really like what would Meek do? And then you have these tracks in the middle that I'm like, yeah, I could do okay. Like, they're okay, they're cool. First track I could really do without was Hard Piano. I thought the instrumental was dope. The piano was dope. And obviously we know what he's talking about. More dope boy references. Obviously keys, pianos, you know what I mean? The whole shtick. I don't know, the feature was okay. Rick Ross, I thought he did okay on the feature. The hook was cool. The concept was okay. Like, I don't know, I could just, for that track, for some reason it just didn't stick with me that much. The next track was Santeria. The subject matter was a little different. It was a little more church references, which I liked. The instrumental was dope, don't get me wrong, but again, it was just another track where like the content really didn't catch me that much. I like the confessions that were going on there. I thought Pusha T was being a little more introspective, which I did like. The track itself was alright. A track that I just want to talk about is Infrared. I mean, he was going at Drake and the whole camp on that track. It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin. And Infrared seen through the fake. I thought the sample was dope. The drums were thumping on that motherfucker. The beat was thumping on that motherfucker. I don't even know what sparked this beef between Drake and Pusha T. I just want to go into the beef real quick. I don't know what even sparked this shit, but I think as far as bar for bar, I'm gonna say that it's pretty much tied right now. I thought Pusha T went at him on Infrared. I thought Drake maybe came back with I'm Upset, a couple bars here and there, you know what I mean? And then they really went at it as far as Duppy Freestyle and the story of Adidon. I thought they pretty much went one-on-one on that track. So honestly, I'm gonna say it's a tie. It's a tie. That's what I'm holding on to. It's a tie. It's a tie. I thought the track was pretty dope overall, and it inspired some dope bars throughout the track. 3 dope tracks that I really like. If you know, you know. Comeback Baby and What Would Meek Do. Tracks I was alright with, kind of like in the middle with, was Hard Piano, Santeria. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I like the tracks. A lot of dope tracks on here. The production was dope, the sample was dope, bars were dope, features were done pretty well for the most part. This is a really solid ass album for the most part. The production from Kanye really helps because it keeps it consistent. Pusha T, he's always gonna bring it lyrically, so we know what to expect as far as that front. Content matter wise, we also know what to expect as far as the hustler raps. They can get a little redundant sometimes, but I think they're done well by Pusha T because he can rap. The reason why I don't get bored by the dope boy bars is because Pusha T can actually fucking rap, so that kind of keeps me in most of the time. But for the most part, the album was really fucking solid. It kind of reminds me of Freddie Gibbs' You Only Live Twice. That album came out, I want to say 2017. This kind of reminds me that it's a short album, a dope lyrical rapper, some dope samples, and talking about dope boy days and going at other rappers. Very much reminds me of that album, You Only Live Twice by Freddie Gibbs, and in a good way because I really love that album. I like Pusha T as an artist. I'd say I probably like Freddie Gibbs a little more like as an artist than Pusha T. But you know what I mean? That's a personal preference for me. This album kind of reminded me of that. You Only Live Twice. A dope ass release by the Good Music Camp. If you're just listening for some dope bars and dope beats, I definitely would recommend this. If I was gonna give it a rating or some shit like that, I'd probably give this shit like a 7 or some shit, like a 7 or 8. I definitely recommend it for like workouts or something like that. Yeah, that's really all I got to say about this album. Dope album by Pusha T, another solid one in the discography. And yeah, that's really what I got to say. Again, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Follow the social medias at Esteban Xound on Instagram and Twitter. Follow the social medias for the Sound Movement. Check out the Sound Movement Entertainment. We're out here on the Sound Movement. Check out the website. We're out here. I'll probably be putting out more reviews as far as the Kanye camp, the whole streak. Man's been on a streak, so we'll see if we can catch up, keep up. We're out here in BC enjoying our time. Hope you guys enjoy the video. And yeah, peace.
Liquor got a lady, liquor got a baby looking shitty as a lady wife. Liquor got a baby, liquor got a lady, got a lady.